Excuse me, Father, Daddy, can I get you? Forgive me, for I have sinned. It's been a while since I took a visit to the good house, so I decided to dip my toe back in and read a nice little churchy rom-com romance called Priest by Sierra Simone. The book Priest follows Father Tyler Bell, who is a kind of new to Catholicism man. After the death of his sister, he decides to reform his life. He goes back to church. He goes to Catholic school. He becomes a priest in the Catholic Church in his town, a town that has already been racked by scandal in the Catholic Church, and he wants to turn it around. He actually does start turning it around. He's very happy and content with his life, the closeness and community that he is starting to build with his following. And one day, while he's having confession, he hears a voice on the other side of the wall. Hello? Tell me your secrets. And it happens to be Poppy. Poppy, who is not Catholic. Poppy, who is not religious. Poppy, who is from a super wealthy family, super well-to-do, and happens to currently be a stripper. Real cute. She comes to confessional, and for some reason, I don't know, maybe it's because she tells him right away that she's an exotic dancer for super exclusive wealthy men, or maybe it's because I don't know, something in her voice. Maybe he heard a little whispering of the divine, but he flips out. He just freaks out, and he's like, I know she's super freaking hot. I know she's super freaking attractive. Remember my collar. Remember, I'm a priest. Like, this man is about to condemn his soul just to get a piece of that. So he is talking to her in confessional. They meet outside of church. She's just jogging. She's just minding her own business, exercising, and he runs into her. For some reason, when this man runs, he only wears the tiniest little shorts. Like, I believe he runs in just a pair of boxer briefs and nothing else. So he's been running for at least 7 minutes because he's sweating from head to toe. I know if I was running for at least 7 minutes, I would also be drenched. They begin a little discussion. She's like, what are you listening to? And he's like, that's my secret. And she finds out it's Britney Spears. And he's like, should I be embarrassed? Because I'm not. And she's like, no, I think it's really cute. The guys at the club never listen to Britney Spears. And he's like, anyway, let me see you walk away. Go on now. I'm gonna see you at church. And he does. She keeps coming to church because she is also obsessed with this man who she cannot have. Because being from a super wealthy elite family, of course she wants the one thing that she is told she cannot have. Does this stop her? No. She continues to go to confessionals, and she starts amping it up even more because, you know, why not break this man's will? Did he take a vow of celibacy? Who cares? As long as she gets some validation for who she is, I guess that's all that matters. So she goes to confessional, and she starts telling him how much it turns her on to dance for these wealthy men who can't have her. And even though there's none of the explicit activity going on, it still feels very explicit, and that makes her insatiable. And she's like, I just can't stop helping myself to the entrees, if you know what I mean. And she does frequently. And then she does that during confessional. And he doesn't even know this, and he freaks out because he's already like, what do you mean guys see you in your underwear? And he freaks out, and he jumps out of the confessional booth, and he grabs her, and she's like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be here. She shouldn't be there. First of all, she shouldn't be there. Second of all, he takes her to the piano in the chapel and does things that I can't talk about. Or I'll have to go to confessional myself. He thinks to himself, oh my gosh, anybody could be hearing this. Oh, if anybody walks in, I'm going to lose everything. I'm not going to be a priest anymore. And then there's like another little thought. He's like, Maybe I don't care. Maybe this is what's supposed to happen. I need to pray about this. Really? Really? Now you want to pray about it? Interesting. Now you want to pray about it after you clap the cheeks. Now you want to pray. I think that's highly convenient. And of course they tell each other like, oh, this can never happen again. Oh, this was just a one-time thing. But then she shows up at his house completely drenched from head to toe because she's been running around outside with no bra on and just a t-shirt for at least 7 minutes. For some reason, if you read this book, there is no help for your soul. You're cooked. You could say 1,000 Hail Marys. It's not going to help you. Not after this one. They get it on a lot. They start getting it on everywhere, all over the reformatory, the church, the chapel, the confessional booth, his mom's house. His neighbor knows what's going on. She's an old woman. She's like, you and Poppy been doing some popping, huh? Pop locking. And he's like, what are you talking about, Poppy? If you know about this, that means other people know about this, and other people can't know about this because I'm gonna get in trouble. And she's like, yeah, I think everybody knows because you guys always hang around each other all the time. Y'all are always goo eyes at each other. Also, every time she like bends over, your face turns bright red like a beet, like you're about to pop. They're not doing a good job hiding this. To make matters worse, let me circle back. She's in the confession telling him about her ex-boyfriend Sterling, who is super wealthy, and she has always been in love with him, and she always realized from a very young age that they were going to marry each other. Well, he married somebody else, and she was really sad about that. And she had really low self-esteem from that. So that's why she became a stripper. Even though she tells Tyler, she tells Father Daddy that the reason she became a stripper was because she was just so sick of it. She was so sick of how fake everybody was with their nice clothes and their nice car and all of their money. I'm sick of it.
I'm tired of being rich. I want to be poor.
It's so fake. You hear me? I just want to feel something. Well, she does. She feels Father Time. And it's bad. The worst part of this book, there were many worse parts, but the one that really seals your fate is when Father Tyler is in the chapel and he hears the voice of God tell him he should be with the stripper. The big guy, the big one gives Father Tyler his blessing. Father Tyler says, great, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna tell my boss I'm in love with the stripper. And I'm not gonna be a priest anymore. Maybe I will. Actually, maybe my boss will be cool with it and he'll just let me stay here at the church to keep working with the city and all the people that I love, that I worked so hard to fix and build back up brick by brick. Maybe he'll be cool with that, actually. Maybe he'll be cool with me breaking my vow of celibacy and knocking boots with the stripper. I don't see it being a problem at all. Well, guess what? It's a problem. It's a big problem, actually. Poppy's ex-boyfriend, Sterling, that I told you about, the one that she was in love with, what she's confessing to Tyler in the booth is that he came and found her at the strip club. They did it all nasty. And Sterling is not a good person. By any means, he is not a good person. She's like crying and she's like, you're married. Why are you here? And he's like, well, I came here for you. You belong with me. You're mine. And she's like, oh my God, that's all I wanted to hear, but you're married, so that's not true. And he's like, it doesn't matter if I'm married. That's for my taxes. This is what we got, baby. This is the real deal. You don't trust me? Bitch. So they knock boots, and he's telling her the whole time, of course you couldn't be my wife. You're too hot to be my wife. You think I want all of my friends trying to hook up with you? That's not a good reason by any means at all. So because Sterling did this, he put this claim on her that even though he's married, he still owns her. I don't like that at all. He starts stalking her. He starts stalking her and taking pictures of her and Father Tyler. And then he goes to Father Tyler and is like, hey, buddy, saw you hooking up with my side piece. What's going on, man? Bro code. What happened to bro code? Bros before those, right? Aren't you supposed to be shepherding the sheep? Why you messing with my dough phone? Father Tyler says, listen, we're not gonna do that anymore. Don't worry about it. I guess I will stay away from her since you're blackmailing me. But I think that's really wrong of you. I think that's really bad. I don't think you should do this. And Sterling's like, yeah, well, I get what I want. So don't worry about it, buddy. And then he leaves. Father Tyler is like, I don't care anymore. And that's when he hears the big man say like, You need to go get her, bro. Don't be letting this one go. That's a good one. That's a good one. You're right, G-Man. So he runs to her house and he looks for her house key because he had been breaking into her house whenever he felt like it randomly because he's very possessive and he had actually also kind of been stalking her this entire time. But he looks for the house key. It's not there. So he goes around the back of the house and he looks in her window in her room. She's making out with Sterling, bitch. And he's like, I knew it. I knew it. It's because I don't have no money. It's because I can't buy her jewelry. It's because, well, it's really just because the money. It's really because the money because they have the same personality, essentially. And they're both weirdos. So the only difference between them is how much money they're making. Father Tyler has 0. He got no money. Sterling has all the money. Sterling does not care. Sterling does not donate. Sterling does not pay taxes. Much like Tyler. Much like Father Tyler. So they're making out. Tyler gets his heart broken. He just runs back to the church and he's like, okay, well now I need to commit harder than ever. I'm gonna be the best priest that's ever been in this town. I'm gonna make such a big difference. I'm gonna do such good things. I'm gonna build schools and help children and feed the homeless. Literally all the things should have been doing up until now. But his boss calls him and he's like, Tyler, what are you doing, man? You gotta get out. You gotta get out of the church. You actually have to leave pronto. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm ready to make a difference. I'm ready to step up, be the best there ever was. No, man, you out. We got a bunch of photos of you and a stripper together. Priest can't do that. Priest can't. That's wrong, man. Hey, we cover up a lot, but that's crossing the line. That's crossing the line right there. You being in love with somebody? That's messed up, man. How could you? How could you? I mean, honestly, we could take these fundings from the lawyers that we got on call 24/7, 365, and we could transfer you to another church and you could just start over and we could really just like cover everything up and like nobody will have to know about this scandal ever. We will literally bury it like we have 850 other thousand scandals that we've covered up in the past. We could just do that. And it won't be an issue, actually, if you want to just do that, actually. But Tyler's like, no. I shouldn't do that, actually. For reals, I'm just going to peace out to the Peace Corps, and I'm going to go work in Africa. I think my sister actually would have liked it. So for the first time, since he talked about her at the beginning, he's thinking of his sister, who was in a very similar situation as Poppy, but whereas Poppy decided to handle the situation by leaning into some activities that may not be the healthiest, such as becoming a stripper and hooking up with her ex-boyfriend who is currently married to another woman. His sister just ended it all. And that's really sad and that's really messed up. And Tyler got kind of messed up from that. And that's actually why he listens to Britney Spears on repeat when he runs. Now you feel bad, don't you? Now you feel bad. So he dips out to another country for 7 months. For 7 months, he's gone. He dips. Almost a year, he's gone. And I think it is actually a year when he's back home trying to figure out what he wants to do. And he realizes, like, I still want to be with Poppy. I actually really like her. She's kind of crazy, and she's my kind of crazy. And I need to go get that. He's not a priest anymore. He's actually going to school to become a Protestant because he's like, hey, the Protestants kind of chill. Like, they don't even be tripping when you get to clapping like the Catholics do. Okay, so he's becoming a Protestant pastor and he's going back to school for that. His parents are really proud of him. He goes to seek out Poppy. The only way he knows to seek out Poppy through Sterling. And his motivation for going to find her is not like, oh, I need to confess that I still love her and I need her to be with me forever and I'm actually going to marry her because now I can. I have the ability to do that by switching religions. It's really that easy. Anybody could switch religions at any time. It's not even a big deal. He wants to find Poppy to tell her, I forgive you. Because the big man told him, you're not moving on until you forgive this girl. She didn't do you wrong. G. You need to forgive her, move on. He's once again hearing the voices. But he's not crazy. He's just very spiritually in line, okay? It's not crazy. So he goes to Sterling's office like a stalker, but he's not crazy. And he goes in to Sterling's office and he's like, this dude's probably gonna punch me out. I'm probably gonna have to fight. Probably gonna have to fight my way out of here. And Sterling's like, oh, my good man, my good sir. Good to see you again. How's you been, old chap? It's wonderful, fantastic. Come right in. Let me pour you a brandy. Let me pour you a scotch. What's your preference, my friend? And Tyler's like, who it is? Who it is? Because this is not the same person that was stalking us, taking pictures of us, trying to ruin our life. So who it is? And Sterling is like, oh yeah, you know, that was all silly fun and games, wasn't it? Yes, I'm actually quite keen to keep my marriage intact, and I'm actually having a pretty freaking awesome life. I actually got like 3 other side pieces, so not worried about it. Okay, well, if you're not worried about it, then can you just tell me where Poppy is? Because I just want to say my piece to her. I want to wish her the best. I want to wish her adieu.
Farewell and adieu.
And Sterling's like, I don't know where she is. What do you mean? She's with you, isn't she? And Sterling is like, nah, I thought she was with you, man. Like, after we made out, she pushed me away. She broke my nose, maybe. I don't know. And it could have been her. It could have been something else. But after that, I dipped out. I was like, yo, this ain't even worth it. Like, I'm going to have to pay my surgeon more, get this rhinoplasty up to date. It ain't my vibe. So I did. Actually, when I took pictures of her yesterday, she was at some dance studio. So you might want to check there. So Sterling is not with Poppy anymore. Much to Tyler's surprise, because he thought that Poppy had chosen money and wealth and material items over a nice, easy life as a public servant, a servant of the people, if you will. Maybe not. So then he goes to the dance studio, and then as he's going to the dance studio, he's like, oh my God, wait a minute. Am I still in love with her? Wait a minute. Actually, if she's single, I'm gonna get her back. I'm gonna get her back. Actually, you know what I said about telling her I forgive her? Wait. I'm gonna tell her I forgive her. Now let's go. Let's go. And that's what he does. And they get back together. I'm so confused. I don't. If it's good enough, a man will change his religion for you. If he wanted to, he will. If he wanted to, he will. Literally will leave the priesthood for you. You know, the thing is, I've read good books since then, but if I let myself revel in well thought out classic literature pieces, what then would you and I have to discuss? I need to go shower again, because this book is just filthy. It's just filthy. It's just nasty. Compare me so. All right, that's it. I said my piece. Go away.